so much time complaining about simple shit that the things that you're supposed to be doing, you're not doing, and then when somebody come tell you about what you're not doing and what you're supposed to be doing, now you mad at them because they all in your business or they out to get you. But it's literally what you supposed to be doing. And most people take that same thought process out into the world, bro. Like, I want y'all to get this. This ain't about jobs, right? And we always have to say this. We always have to put this disclaimer out there. This conversation that we having is not about 9 to 5, folks. It's about life in general. And like, if you can't figure it out.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me. Not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains. I wasn't made to be a player, I was made to build a game. I skipped breaks, you would call me insane.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack, and we're back in here in the lab for another one.
4:15 a.m. in the morning on our day off.
Oh.
It's for all the people who said that I got a horrible work ethic and I don't do nothing for a living. Just want to go ahead and put that out there.
That always baffles me how people could judge or, think they know you based on like at least 10% of your life.
Right.
Like,
right, a fraction. An improper fraction at that.
Right? Like, this is a job. This ain't the real me. I'm not this outside of work. This is the many faces I gotta put on just to, get through the day.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out like how you convince somebody, how you convince yourself that somebody else is trash when you know you trash.
That's the thing, they don't know they trash.
Oh. But people be smelling like trash though.
You remember those? I think it's like what the Febreze commercials. Oh. They talk about people becoming nose blind to the smells that they. It's literally that.
Oh no, they nose blind. Okay, all right, that makes sense. I be trying to figure it out though. I'm like, yo, how you in this position telling people that somebody else ain't got no work ethic, but yeah, everybody be mad at you for not doing work. And then like the same people you telling that they coming to snitch on you because you holding up production and being a bottleneck. I be dying, bro.
We about to go right into the topic right now, but it's crazy because those same people would take that person to like HR or try to get them fired over the same stuff they'll do to other people.
Yeah. And
I'm like, how does that work? It's like, oh, I just want people to just do their damn job. And I'm like,
but you don't do yours.
People want you to do the same thing. Like, what are we talking about here?
It's just when I became when I jumped into the leadership role at this spot, man, I was like, I told my boss, right? I was like, here's the problem that we have. People are finding really creative ways to get out of work.
Yeah.
And if you allow them to do it, they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep doing it. Like I had people going to HR, like oh man, the moment they said that you can't write somebody up or can't stop somebody from going to HR, I had dudes at HR like the entire shift, bro. Like real talk. At HR just let it happen. I'm like, come on, bro. Like how you sit up here talk to somebody for a whole shift? Like for real, how that work?
Some people do it without even going to HR. They be talking to coworkers for a whole shift. It's baffling. But how's your week been, man? How's your week been?
You know, when you work in corporate America, bro, and you got such limited existence, dog. That answer remains the same week over week. So I'll let you know how my week been when I ain't got a job no more.
Big facts. Big facts. It's almost like at this point, what do you call it? A pre-made text. One of the
yeah, sample text.
Yeah. Same question asked day in, day out on the job. Good morning. How's your day going? It's going.
It's going. I'm here.
It
feel like I never left.
See the same stuff day in and day out. They don't do nothing to change. Well, our manager tries to change things here and there a little bit, trying to do something. I don't know why each week we come back from break, something has moved into a different position. And it didn't need to be. Like, you moving everything that doesn't need to be moved. Like, what's going on? But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even want to hit that horse.
Get out of corporate America, people.
All right, let's start the episode, bro.
All right. So it's
all right. First of all, before you go there, because I still don't know what happened. So like it had to be a actual like spot on, dead on situation that took place that made you come that made this topic come to life. So what happened is the question I'm gonna ask you. Like,
all right, so I'm sitting here talking with a coworker, and he moved from his spot of work because he felt uneasy being next to higher management. He said the situation that happened with him and the higher management was on some racist stuff. And I'm like, you came to the conclusion out of everything that you do at work, everything that your coworker does at work that got in trouble with you, and you came to this.
Ops or senior ops?
Ed.
Okay, ops.
Yeah. Out of all of that, you came to this extreme conclusion that someone is deliberately out to get you on some racist stuff because of his color and your color and some, extra stuff. He's racist. Everyone's out to get you, and you're at no fault at all.
Oh yeah, that's the question right there. You were at no fault. Like you ain't had nothing to do with that. Like you weren't there. Like that's what you saying. Like not you weren't even there.
Like
and
they came to
do
this
with you at all.
conclusion. They came to this conclusion with like you being gone. You just they just made it their personal mission to mess with you and a said coworker.
You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, at this very moment, when you're trying to do everything possible to isolate yourself from this person, he not even looking at you. He don't even know you there. he ain't even bothered with you right there. Like for real. And the worst part about it one of the reasons why, and I know exactly what situation we talked about the same situation on the pod before, but one of the reasons why he was targeted in that moment, it was just a matter of association. You associated yourself with somebody else who was perceived to not be an asset to the team, and you were seen with this same person being a bird of a feather. Y'all was flocking together, and all of y'all got duck hunted. So like, I'm like trying to figure out what is it that you're not getting about this situation, bro? And I had a conversation with this dude on multiple occasions about the same thing. And it's weird. What's weird about it is that his homeboy get it. His homie get it. I explained it to him, and I was like, "Yo, this is just what it is, bro." Like, and he's like, "All right, when you put it that way, I understand." And I tried to explain it to him the same way, and he's like, "Nope."
Come on. All right. So, all right. When you have no ambition, no goals, why does stuff like that phase you anyway? If you don't feel like there's
because it's a lie, bro. It's a lie. Like you saying you ain't got no ambitions and no goals. You just don't want to tell nobody your truth, because if I tell you my truth, then that means we got to talk about it. And if we talk about it, that means that I got to accept the failures and the things that I've done up until this point, and the fact that I haven't done anything about it. That means that I got to address that at this moment. So when you ask me, do I have a goal? No, I don't have a goal. Do you ask me, do I have a dream? No, I don't have a dream. No, I don't. So when I get mad at the smallest of things, or the things that's happening external to me, like we talked about it before, bro. Well, people who got goals, they ain't mad at the job.
Not at all.
I plan on being the best seller. I give a fuck less about what y'all do in any moment. I'm gonna do 100% while I'm there, but I mean, granted, 100% that's it's negotiable. But yeah, I'm gonna give you what I got. I'm gonna give you what I got. I'm gonna make it seem like I want to do my job. Like I had managers tell me, like, "Yo, you just go all out for the job, bro. I be seeing you doing a little bit of everything, trying to make sure this boat stay afloat." I'm like, bro, it is what it is. It's my job to do that. But like, they can do. I mean, they can flip flop. They can make a U-turn in the middle of operations. I'm just like, it is what it is, bro. I'm gonna be a bestseller one day.
Big facts. So, how do you, I guess, like, reach a person like that? Like, how do you? I'm not gonna say navigate around them, but how do you, talk to a person like that? How do you shed light on them? Because it seems like we've tried to talk to this coworker before, and they just unbothered, but yet they're bothered by things at work. Oh, work is unfair. Oh, I always get stuck with this. I mean,
that's a good point. Like, you bothered by a work of all things, but you're not bothered by the fact that you stuck.
right? Like, you complaining about the crabs in the bucket, but you haven't tried to get out the bucket.
I don't know, bro. I've been experimenting with trying to pull him up, because I've come to a level where I'm trying not to sound arrogant, bro, and I do this a lot. But that lonely at the top thing, it keeps smacking me in the face. But I've come to a point now in my life and my level of thinking where I can't default. I can't default from where I'm at. And what I mean by that is, like, as a crab in the bucket, as you climbing, at a certain spot you hit a checkpoint. And a checkpoint means that no matter what I do or what I fail at, whenever I start, I always start from this point. And the problem is that where I'm starting at my checkpoint is a lot further than some of these people even reaching for. So like I can jump into the fray of some of the stuff that's going on with these guys, and in the process I've been like experimenting on how to pull this dude up. I'm like looking at him as a project at this point. Like I'd have offered you a job, you ain't want a job. I'd have offered you my advice, you ain't want my advice. So at this point, like I'm trying to like I'm only thing I can do at this point is hold a mirror up to you. So I feel like if I hold a mirror up to you, then I don't have to talk about the things that you not doing. I can just show you what you are doing and just let you know, because you now see what you're doing. I can just show you what that is, what effect people are having when you show who you are. So I don't think it's really anything you can do for these people, man. Like I think that, and like look at how much time I'm spending with it. Like think about that. Like look at how much time I'm spending with it. Like and in this world right now, this world is real capitalistic, dog. Like time is money. And if you ain't, and if you have to waste your time with something, bro, it ain't even really worth looking into. So, like, think about it. Like, once we get to the next checkpoint, my man ain't gonna be relevant. We just gonna have to leave him where he at. So the only reason why I'm even bothering with it is because I'm right there in the joint with him. But otherwise, I wouldn't even bother because you don't even want it.
Right. And if you have a friend or a person that's in that boat, it's not too much preaching, lecturing, guidance you can give them, because you can talk to them all day. Like the saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can't force somebody to change if they don't want to change. It's something like Max said, you got to hold that mirror to them. You have to kind of just nudge them to look in a different direction than what they've been looking, because they've been so stuck on this path of, I'm just floating through life. I'm just gonna, go to work, get enough money to, have my leisurely fun, and that's it. That's gonna be my life for the rest of, my
The rest of my days.
rest of my existence. And when
we talked about the cautionary tale. So once you do that, you still end up like them.
Like who? Like the people that you're trying to change?
With the cautionary tales that we talked about a few episodes ago. The older people at your job who disgruntled and every time they
Yep. You fall right into the social norm, and it baffles me how generation after generation after generation can go through that, and they will complain about the same stuff. It's a never ending cycle until somebody breaks that cycle and gets out of it. And if you're one of those people that are stuck in the cycle, this is the wake up call. This is your call to do that thing that you've always wanted to do. If it's the corporate ladder, climb that corporate ladder and, do something on the side. Get a side hustle. Get a hobby, something where you can actually get your creative juices flowing. Because I think there's either 3, maybe 4. I might be forgetting one, but there's 3 essential things to life: control, creativity, and I think it's fun or leisure or something like that. Without those 3 things in unison, working together, your life is unbalanced. And sometimes we focus on one of those things more than the other, and then we think we're in a safe spot, but we're in this fabricated reality that we get stuck in, that this is okay, which is not. Because say you have more fun than control and leisure, every time something happens that I can't control, now I'm out of balance, now I'm upset. And
Mm,
life is uncontrollable, so I'm constantly out of balance and upset.
mm.
I want leisure, but I got to work this 9 to 5, so I can't have fun. So now I'm unbalanced and upset each and every day. So it has to be this unison, and it can be with a 9 to 5. It cannot be with a 9 to 5. That's all up to you. We work a nine to
Yep.
five, and we're trying to make video games. We're trying to be the best seller, but there's a certain balance that we have to uphold before we can get there. Once we get there, there's still gonna be a balance that comes with that. But we're working on that. We're working on it.
Absolutely, man. I want to try to rip the word "try" from the vocabulary. We gonna make that happen. You got me there, but
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do
we gonna rip that word "try" out the vocabulary. Like even when people ask about stuff at this point,
that.
like I don't even use the "try" no more. I'm like, yo, I am like, I am the author of XYZ. I've done this, I've done that, and I'm like, I'm not trying to brag to you, but you can find me on Amazon.
Big
But
fact.
I like that. Like that point that you just made. That's real.
Mm.
That's real stuff. Like control, creativity, and fun. Like leisure. But it makes a lot of sense the way you just put it.
Mm.
Cause it don't take much more of a scope than just those three things alone. And I'm starting to notice, based off of what you just said, that a lot of people are just on fun and
Mm.
leisure.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they own because they ain't got control.
Mm-mm.
That's why they always mad because they feel like they ain't got control. That's why most of everybody that we work with feel like, because we in an environment where people don't have control.
Nope.
We in an environment where people feel like they have lost their control, and that is why they give that control to so many external factors. That's why they so focused on the government and Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Yep. They and oh my, that's another thing that I can't stand. How you put so much energy into things that don't benefit you. Like you said, they're focused on leisure and fun. That's where most of your sports watchers come from. Your diehard sports fan. You living through this celebrity that they don't even know your first name. They don't even.
They don't even know the town that you from.
Big facts.
I ain't never been nowhere near there.
Ain't been within 2 miles of your town.
Oh,
5 miles.
especially people who play sports. They ain't got no stadium here. They don't even know where this bitch at. I ain't never been to Virginia. I ain't never had a reason to go.
Facts. Oh man. And all right, so the control, right? It's so easy to lose it, and it's a bit of a learning thing to grasp it, right? So we have a 9 to 5. You get told what to do. You don't want to do it, but you do it anyway. Now we've had some associate, and it baffles me how so much control people do have, but they don't realize they have it. If that's possible,
Yeah.
like I've seen associates come up to our management, and tell them what they're gonna do, or tell them what they're not gonna do, and still complain. I'm like, bro, you can literally make your day. Literally make your day how you want your day to go. But
Yeah.
you choose to be bitter, you choose to complain, and I low key try to lead by example. I don't say nothing. I just do. And it baffles me how me not saying anything gets me more help than people complaining and asking for help. Like I'll be in the jank, like I'll do this all by myself if I have to.
Know what I'm saying?
And then
Meanwhile, meanwhile, you over here, you ain't even started on the job, but you already asked for help.
mm, stand up even over yet. You say you see where you at for the day, and you like, oh, I'm gonna need help. I ain't doing them cages. Somebody gonna have to do them cages for me. It's gonna be too much work. The day just started. What you mean? Like at least do it first. Not try. At least do it first, and then if you get burnt out, ask for the help.
Right. Which is understandable at that point.
It's
Bruh,
just... So let's bring it back to a practical side. Let's give the people something that they can take home.
I felt myself getting angry. So I'm trying to come up with something practical, but I'm just like, I think we'd have talked about this so much, man. I'm like, I'm done with this topic already. Like, it's getting too heavy, dog. It's getting way too heavy because, like, my people out here just living by accident, dog. And I keep saying that, and I don't think people understand what that means, bro. I'm reading the lyrics to Control by Big Sean, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this dude just said on one of these bars, I done lived more than an 80-year-old man still kicking.
Oh,
I done lived, and man, he not even. I think he just over 30. Like I think he like my age, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think Big Sean younger than me. I'm not sure, but I done lived more than 80 than an 80-year-old man still kicking, dog. Like he literally just said that, and like
let's go there.
some of y'all worried about you can't live because you so focused on the small things happening to you. Not even the things happening around you. You tripping over the things that's happening to you, and then things ain't even happening to you. You just making them about you.
Mm-hmm.
It's stuff that's going on in your environment, and you looking at it as a personal attack, and then you stop doing what you're doing to look at the situation that's happening around you like it's a personal attack. So you can't even focus on the things that you're supposed to be doing because you in your feelings all the time.
That's like gas prices done went up, the cost of living has went up, and you like, man, the government had to get me. They don't want to see me succeed.
Well, ain't that how people operate though?
Yeah.
Ain't that how people operate? Well, the gas prices go up. Well, they about to do this and they about to do that. Bro, why do you care? What is the relevance of this conversation?
Nothing.
What does it matter
all.
that they about to do this?
What are you about to do about it?
Nothing. What you you about to complain about it? No, just leave it alone. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Ain't even about you. Like, bro, this is the economy, the ecosystem. And people get in this mode where it's not even about ecosystem, it's a me system, a I system. Like, I don't know. Like,
Big facts. Yep.
bruh. So I'm telling my man, I'm like, yo, for real, I need you to understand something because you keep making problems for yourself. Like this situation here, like yesterday we had or Tuesday we had a situation happen where my man was upset because we got a new normal about to start happening, and he was forced to leave the charge of the new normal. He said, "Well, nobody else is doing this." Why am I doing this? Why am I being singled out to do it? I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? You're not being singled out to do anything. This is the new normal. This is what they want us to. This is what they want you to do now. And you said you wanna grow, bro. This is part of the growth.
Mm-hmm.
This is the new normal. Like, yo, I don't get where you going with this. Like, this is not an actual problem. You want to be a rebel right now. You want to go against the grain and do what you want to do. But you the one that said that you want to do more. So what you want to be a rebel? You want to be yourself? You want to be an individual, or you want to be part of the team? Like, you got to figure that part out. You want to provide value, or you want to be you? Because being you ain't did nothing up until this point. So what you gonna do? And I'd be damned if the moment after I had that conversation, he'd have pissed off one of the other leadership. She came to me mad about it. She like, yo, we gotta put him back, and we gotta put him back in the bucket. Like, bro, you done made it out. You done made it this far, but because you wanted to be a rebel, because you so busy worried about what everybody else doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's you so busy worried about what. No, hold up. You so busy worried about what everybody else not doing. So you said you took it as a personal attack because somebody asked you to do it. So this causes you to be a rebel. Hold on, I'm going somewhere with this. This causes you to be a rebel for you to say that I don't want to do this because nobody else is doing this. When you the one that asked for the opportunity, and this is the thing that's going to bring you the opportunity. So because you decided to be a rebel, somebody with the power to pull you up, because somebody else who's already made it to the checkpoint, because you asked for the responsibility. So you told us somebody who was at the checkpoint who's trying to pull you up that you weren't doing it. And they were about to put you back in. They were about to put you back in the bucket. You about to be on ice. And this is what most of you do, because you sit in situations. There could be people around you trying to help you.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at them like they foreign, just because you rather do what you want to do, and you think that you can be successful being you, which is ironically why you're not successful, because you think that you could be successful being you. But because you look at it as unfair, because I have to change and I have to be something that I'm not in order to and that pisses me off too. Now that I'm thinking about it, you say I have to be something that I'm not in order to be successful, then I don't want to do it. So you get a built-in excuse to not do more and be better in your life. Oh man, that pisses me off.
So this is a side of consistency, the negative side of consistency, when you're so consistent with not wanting to move up, not wanting to do things out of your comfort zone to better yourself. Like, some people would see that same situation and be like, all right, let me be a trendsetter. Let me do this new thing with 120%, and let me just like knock this out the park, and get praise from whoever if they're looking for praise. But this person is seeing it as all right, things are changing. Why are things changing? We've been doing it this way. Why am I the only one that has to start this product? Why am I the only one doing it? Or like you said, he could have used that to get a leg up, or start something that could have made the job a little bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, is it gonna seem tedious at first? Yeah, but once you
It
get
always does.
into the rhythm of things, it becomes second nature.
Yeah. It always starts off tedious, but like what I've learned about our job is that even the most tedious of things, you can take credit for it. Like
Big facts.
the whole ARC idea won't even mine, and they still people are congratulating me and or blaming me for it, and I'm like, all I did was did the thing. I followed directions.
Right.
I don't know.
And especially at a 9 to 5, that's all it is following directions. But like, we get so stuck in the consistent norm or the consistency of not doing, I guess, anything above the bare minimum of what we've been doing, and we just complain, we kick, we fight. It's like you potty training a child. Like, you're trying to get them to do this new thing that they haven't done before, but they just want to shit and pee on themselves instead of using the toilet. Something that would help them, but they just kicking and screaming along the way. Oh, I don't want to do
Yeah.
this. I just want.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Yeah.
like, you gotta get out of yourselves. You gotta be open to change. These things that your job is doing, that you're doing in life, that other people are doing around you, it's all for change. They have this creative mind and they want to live life by their means, by their control. Being in this 9 to 5, this job, it's not it, you know? And instead of trying to kick and scream and control or conform the job to your liking, just do the job, follow directions, and then once you get out, do everything in your power to, control your own life, to conform your own life to what you want it to be. I watched a video the other day and they were like, what did they say? We sacrifice, or what do you say? We sacrifice for our job. We sacrifice our life for our job, but we don't sacrifice our job for our life. Or something around that. I forget what it says.
Hey, just leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it right there. Don't even second guess that. That's fucking amazing. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. And that's so true. Like I don't think we can ignore the people who feel like they just so cynical that like everybody else around them has a hidden agenda, and they just just can't be trusted. Like, and you are who you are because you just feel like everybody around you has a hidden agenda, and you just cynical about everything around you. Like, I think those people need to be addressed too, but I don't really know how. Like, I've been sitting here thinking about how to do that, because like that's most people problem too. They just think that around the mindset of the world is out to get me, so I'm not doing anything for anybody kind of mentality. And like I don't really. I'm trying to figure out how to address them, but I couldn't. Like, I was like sitting here. I'm like, I don't even think y'all worth it. And I don't want to do them like that though. Like,
I mean,
I don't want to do them like that.
with people like that, like, again, you got to get out of yourself. Like, you don't know what you don't know. So if you do think people are out to get you, how would you know? How would you know, a person that's going to lift you up from a person that's going to drain you, unless you go through that? Like, if you don't go through it at all, you just going to constantly, you going to consistently think that any and everyone is out to get me. And then even the people like me and you that are going to try to, preach life into you, you looking at us sideways like, what you talking about? Like, nah, fam, that's not gonna work. And then back to that child mentality, you gonna kick and scream to keep your consistent way of life instead of change it.
And I'm tired of telling folks like, look, bro, the small problems that you having right now, I need you to get away from me with that. Cause I got a lot going on, like mentally right now. Like, bro, like most of the time, people get to coming around me complaining about something. I'm like, all right, bro, I got it. Give me, go on. Like, just tell me what your issue is and just get the fuck on. Like, I just don't bother me no more. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I keep trying not. I keep trying not to be arrogant, bro. But like most of the time, people can say the first sentence,
And
and
then
I
you already
already
got
know
the
what the
solution.
problem
Yeah.
is, I'm already halfway through fixing the problem, and yet they still complaining about the initial problem, and I'm like, bro, all you had to do is tell somebody about the problem, and it'll be resolved. Like you had the control already. Like why are you complaining about it like you ain't got no control? You had the good. It's almost like you pick up a video game to play the video game, right? And you flip the joystick and complain about why the character only moving forward and not moving left and right. But you only holding the joystick forward.
Yep. Yep.
It baffles me, man, because I'm like, yo, you waste so much time complaining about simple shit that the things that you supposed to be doing, you not doing, and then when somebody come tell you about what you not doing and what you supposed to be doing, now you mad at them because they all in your business or they out to get you, but it's literally what you supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And most people take that same thought process out into the world, bro. Like I want y'all to get this. This ain't about jobs, right? And we always had to say this. We always had to put this disclaimer out there. This conversation that we having is not about 9 to 5, folks. It's about life in general. And like if you can't figure it out at a 9 to 5 level, if you can't figure it out on a 9 to 5 level, it's going to be real hard for you to move forward in life and actually make something happen in your own life, in your career. When you have thoughts like this, and when you acting like a child, when things happening around you, and you blaming the world for everything that happens to you, and you thinking that everything is happening to you because you can't get out of yourself in order to figure out that the world is a ecosystem and not a youth system. And when you can't figure that out, bro, you got a problem. You got a real problem. You need to sit back and you need to look around. Like you need to open your eyes and look and see that there's more out there than just you. And when you look in the mirror, you don't just see you. That's the thing. Like when you look in the mirror, like when you shine, when you look at when the mirror is sitting in front of you, you see everything around you as well. So you give off a certain appearance into the world, just like everything else does.
Oh.
So when you're doing things and you look like you look like you're trying to make something happen, when you look like you're trying to do something, when you look like that, like, or when you're speaking like there's something more to you than just you, then people want to pull you up. But just like the example of the guy that I just spoke of, when you start talking, when you revert back to that same behavior, the opportunities that were once extended to you start to disappear. Because I just told y'all that somebody with the power to pull this man up was about to throw him back in. So whether it's your business, whether it's your job, and like I'm to a point now where I figured out the politics of the place that I work for. So I know exactly what it takes in order to be a success in this corporate setting that I'm in. I know exactly what it takes to go up there. I just don't like kissing ass that much, and I don't like people that much. I don't necessarily think I want to be sitting up in the office all day talking to folks who just only talking about work, but they make more money now. Like it's just round that up. I don't want to talk about it. But whether it's your job or your career, there's some challenges that some people have that you only think about you. And when you only think about you and how you are being affected, and you don't think about the effects of your actions, your words, and you don't look at the things that you're doing to contribute to life. Like my man said, the dude that you talk about, he said that this world is a big place, is a big scary place, and there is nothing I can do to change anything. So that is the way he act on a normal basis. So anybody who's attached to this guy, he gives off the energy to them, and then they replicate that energy because that energy is way more duplicatable than the Dirty Trump podcast. He will always be the arch nemesis of the Dirty Trump podcast if he continues doing that.
Big facts. So before I lose it, before we go any further, let's talk about that word ecosystem, right? And how I really love how Earth, or just living in general, kind of like is a mirror or is a great blueprint or example to how you're supposed to live. An ecosystem, right? An ecosystem, it's one word, but it's multiple organisms, plants. It's multiple forms of life working together to continue life. A tree dies, moss, fungi grows, eats the tree, which provides a source of energy for, other animals that eat the moss, eats the dead plants, and, so forth and so forth. And just like the circle of life, basically, it's each individual, from stuff you can't see to stuff larger than actual humans, that all works together for a common goal, for life to go on. It's baffling to think someone can say, oh, I have no part in this big world, when you just existing is a part in this big world. You just choose to make that part exciting, or make that part, as boring as possible. Like we said before, all you do is wake up, go to work, go home, eat, sleep, take a shower, repeat.
And then you got some people who leave out the take a shower part, but then tell other people that they ain't got no work ethic.
What you mean they leave? Who don't shower? What?
Oh, you can smell them. You can go to work and smell them. Got the audacity to work in a got the audacity to work in a warehouse and load trailers and can't take showers. They say other people ain't got work ethic.
In an enclosure.
Oh, I wonder.
Man. But yeah, people, if you know someone who is just like down in the dumps, that are just like, I'm just living on this earth to just do nothing, show them this episode. Show them that, hey, sir, madam, whatever you identify as, you have a part, no matter how big or small, in this world, and you choose to think or to imagine how significant that part is. You could be the person that cures cancer. You could be the best-selling author. You could be the world's greatest game designer. You could be the world's greatest anything, as long as you put the effort into it. I mean, you get out of this world what you put into it. If you're going to put in negativity, you're going to get out negativity. If you put in positivity, you get out positivity.
I can't imagine being in a position where I'm going for this best-selling author spot, and like right now, like I can say it's unfair because James Patterson is getting all the credit. Unfair because J.K. Rowling is exceeding ahead of me, or J.C. Kong, or Christopher Russell, and all these people. Like it's unfair that their books are selling more than mine's. Unfair, Mark. Or how about the fact that Game Freak about to drop another game, Mark? It is unfair that you can't find nobody to help you with yours. It's unfair. Like I don't
right?
even want to live anymore. Like it's not right. It just is it's hurtful. Like I can't imagine just being like, yo, I don't want to do it no more because it's unfair. Life ain't fair.
Big facts. Who said it was
Like, I
ever
don't know
fair?
what you want. I don't know what you want. Like, what does fair mean? What does fair mean? I guess the people who walking around here saying that stuff ain't fair is the same people who will tell you that you lucky because you work hard for something.
Yep. They believe that things are just given because you have this positive attitude in life. Like things are just given to you, and even with that, so you have a negative outlook on the world. You come to work and you complain, and you see someone that's all in, doing the job, happy go lucky, and you complain to them that, oh, you're lucky, you're just getting everything's given to you. But that person doesn't ask for help. That person just, whatever he's asked to
Oh
do, he gets
yeah,
it
what?
done.
And remember this: you sweating and they dry.
Mm-hmm. And oh my god, that pain get on my nerves. Working hard and they just sitting there like,
you lucky.
what? All right, but yeah,
And I think it's funny though because they really do believe in the things that they're saying. They really believe it, Mark. Like they really do.
I don't understand people like that. Like, how are you that
How
dislocated
you
from
yeah.
reality that you fabricate like everything about your life is a fabrication. Like, oh, I can't move up, I can't get a house, I can't I can't repeatedly, and like you haven't done anything, you haven't put anything out there to get the results that you want. It's like you threw a rock in a lake trying to make a bridge, and you just call it
Mm.
quits.
Well, I tried to throw that rock in there and try to walk across it, but it sunk.
Gotta throw a lot more rocks in that lake to make that bridge,
Meanwhile,
man.
meanwhile, the World Islands, I don't know if you know what that is,
Mm-hmm.
or Palm Islands,
Mm-hmm.
are man-made
Mm-hmm.
because somebody else threw rocks in the water.
A lot of rocks. A lot of
A
rocks in
lot of
that water.
rocks.
Yep. But yet you
Speaking
threw
of,
that one and you called it quits.
speaking of, bro, I saw something recently, and like this is kind of off topic, but I want to bring it back to like your belief system.
Mm.
Look up something right quick called The Line.
The line, just the line.
The Line Project.
The line project.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a second because like I saw this and I was like, yo, that's unbelievable. I couldn't
Oh
even
yeah, I seen this
I couldn't
before.
even fathom.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
so out of my scope of belief that I was like, yo, what I couldn't even imagine it. I had to bring it up, bro. Cause like while you sitting up here thinking that you not thinking that you can't do something because the world is unfair, people out here literally doing the impossible.
Mm-hmm. Like
The
look
dude
at
said
Dubai.
the joint was going to be able to house over 1 million people. I think they said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even
Millions.
remember. It was just a absurd amount of people, and they were going to build this joint in the desert,
Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to be what, self-sustainable?
and it's self-sustainable. You know, I'm not even surprised. I'm not even surprised. And like the pictures that they showed at the joint, I'm just like, come on, dog. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's it's unrealistic. That's some sci-fi stuff if I've ever seen it, bro.
Facts. I saw it and I was like, I was thinking of like any and everything that could be like the movies that they could do on this, the not like that can do on
Bro,
it,
they
but
have a
like
movie studio in the joint.
right. I was thinking of not like that, but like the stuff that they can do that could just be like ideas from it, like
Yeah.
anime stuff, movie stuff. But yeah, and I think they were saying that like each section uh like instead of walking like miles down one way to get to like your local Walmart, everything is going to
Yeah.
be like walking distance, like what's the word, convenient. There we go. Everything was going to
Yeah.
be convenient. Like this section, uh I'm guessing however many uh sufficient walking distance, you'll have your grocery store, you'll have your clothing store, and such and forth, your events, your your control, your leisure, your fun, uh everything would be in that area or your section. And I was like, that looks dope.
So meanwhile, while there are people at the start of their careers and at the bottom of their jobs talking about how life is unfair, there are people out here literally doing the impossible.
Mm-hmm.
The impossible. Everybody on this planet has some kind of value they can add to this planet and to this ecosystem.
Whether they want
E-
to or not.
Whether they want to or not, you have the power or you have the control, enough control to add value to the ecosystem of the life that you live. And it is up to you to determine how much of that you give out and how much of it you give away.
Mm.
So if you are making excuses about the things that you can't do, I don't really have any practical advice for those people. Because I like I said, I don't know how to practically pull the guy that you were referring to. I don't know how to pull him up. I don't have anything for him. And all right, hold a mirror to yourself is the best advice I can give right now. Hold a mirror to you. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Stop looking at the rest of the world as if the rest of the world is your problem. You are your problem.
Mm.
The way you look in life, the perception of you as a person, you the problem. Because 9 times out of 10, and the thing that I've learned about most people who are these type of people is that people are telling them that they are a problem, but they're not listening.
Hmm.
So chances are you're in that mind space where you don't want to hear what anybody has to say about who you are as a person and what you do or don't do. You're that guy. And I promise you that if you think your job is a problem, I promise you, once you get past the job, it's a whole different world out there. And if you can't figure it out at a level that low,
Mm.
you ain't gonna make it in the big league. Because it's cold out there. At least somebody can tell you what to do when you work a job. Once you start talking about having your own business and working off the clock and stuff, you're your
Mm-hmm.
own boss. You got to tell you what to do. You got to be the master of your own interests. And there's no standard work in the real world.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh Also for people like that, uh stop living in denial. Like the reason you're at the place you're at is because you don't do. All you do is try. And you try with 20% of effort and
Mm.
you expect that 100% outcome.
Mm.
Just just one day, and take it one day at a time. Just do something with a positive mindset and see how your life changes. Just consistently do just what you need to do with a positive mindset and see your life just slowly change. I promise you, people will be like, yo, you seem different. Yo, you have this glow about you, this different vibe. Just do. Don't worry
I had
about.
that experience before.
You had that experience before?
Yeah,
Exactly. Just
I
do.
can attest to that. People do. The world, the universe around you changes when you make that transition. It that's not a lie.
Just like Nike, just do it. Just do.
And it's hard to do, and I get it because you've been fostered up until this point
Mm.
to be exactly who
Yep.
you are. And I get it. You're fighting against things like some of y'all old, some of y'all my age, most of y'all my age, and
You
there's
look
gonna be
old.
many of you who listen to this who's a little bit older, and I get it. I completely understand. You just like I don't really like this is me. I've always been like this, and you don't want to change, and you like because you got that rebel nature. You just like who this young whippersnapper, who is this person telling me what to do, blase, blase. You don't know me and all this other stuff. You don't know my life. You don't know my struggle. And I'm just like, all right, cool. But, everybody got struggles. Everybody got life.
Mm.
Like, everybody got problems. Like, things happen to everybody, but it's not a matter of the things that are happening. It's a matter of how you perceive it when it does happen. It's not a situation of this person is lucky because they don't have anything going on. Marcus got stuff going on like you got going on, but Marcus, the thing is about Marcus, he's a little bit stronger than you mentally. The thing about Marcus is that he don't fold under pressure when things hit him. He just go ahead and attack the pressure head on. Pressure runs from him. So when pressure come hit you, you fold. You like the deck
Deck
chair that we
chair.
talked about on the last episode. You fold. You gone. Like so you gotta instead of looking at the things that you are perceiving to not happen to him, you need to learn from him about how to maintain your composure when those things do happen to
Control.
you. You need to stop worrying about what you think is going on in his life and start worrying about about why he seemed like he don't have anything going on in his life, or why when challenges hit him, he can move the fuck on and it don't even phase him. You need to figure that part out. Or why it seems like he keep winning. Why you keep winning, Mark?
Because I do. I just do. It's that simple. Literally. Like,
Keep your head down and you keep working.
big facts.
That's why he winning. Cause he ain't stopping to complain about the things that's going on. He ain't mad about his situation and where he at right now because he know that it's up to him and the things that he has done up until this point. He ain't mad at it. Only thing he doing is working and moving forward. He ain't looking back. He ain't looking to the side. He ain't trying to find out where you at. Or you steady looking at him. Don't worry about him. Keep moving in what you doing. Don't worry about nobody but you. You keep looking to the left and the right trying to find out what ain't fair because somebody else doing something, somebody else getting this opportunity over you. Why are they getting that opportunity over you? Have you ever asked that question? Oh, are you just looking at it because they friends? Okay, yeah. All right. Bro, I put Marcus through the same BS at work that I put everybody else through, but everybody else saw my favoritism. I promise you, if I can work tag team with him, and if I ain't had to send him nowhere, and some of y'all wouldn't even make the cut. Cause bro, like me, bro, real talk, me and you can work circles around just about everybody in our
department.
our 9 to 5, bro. Like they are they stand still too much for me, man. They stand still too much, and I think that might play into our chemistry because we've been on the podcast so long, almost 3 years now, bro. Praise God. Almost 3 years, but maybe it might be that, and the fact that I know how to work with you and know your process. I don't know. I don't know, but people are way too excited, whether good or bad, about what's going on to the left and the right. You worried about you looking at everybody else, and you're downplaying yourself because everybody else look like they're doing things at a higher level than you. But it's all just a matter of perception. It's all just a matter of perception, bro. So get it out of your head that you can't do something because somebody else is doing something, or that you have to focus on everything around you, everybody else, and what everybody else is doing. That ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Literally, it ain't got nothing to do with your life, and the life that you live, the life that you lead. And for some of y'all out there who said that AJ McMullen or Aaron Mack ain't got no work ethic, take a shower and then we can talk.
Yeah.
Deuces.
He said drops the mic. Cause life is like it's like a highway, not an intersection. It's like a highway, you know. Everybody's going in one direction. You driving, everybody's going in one direction. You know, someone gets ahead of you, and you, for some reason, out of nowhere, got this road rage. You complaining about how far they going, how fast they going. But yet, your destination could be totally different from theirs, or y'all could have the same destination. It doesn't even matter. You need to focus on you, your vehicle, and how you getting to your destination. Just worry about the journey.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right, Mac. What we got? What?
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, I don't know if this is a different episode or not, but my man told me that he thought it was impossible to succeed in life on a financial standpoint if you had children.
Who said that?
Same dude that you talking about.
There's a guy that's a full-time game developer with 6 kids. I am lacking. I'm trying to catch up to that dude. What? 6 full-time. Get out of here. If anything, that could be inspiration for a lot of jobs out, a lot of careers out here. You have a child, their minds, their positivity is, just, it knows no bounds. Like, what?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring to the table, because I wanted to talk about that, but I think yours are a little more impactful, but it just goes to show that it's just a matter of perception.
Yeah.
It's a matter of perspective and like how you view things, because there's like and the problem is, like, yo, he don't even got kids, dog. He don't even want kids. Like, for real, like he like I don't first of all, I ain't think my man was like
interested in that type of stuff.
There, all right, yep. All right, so I'm glad you said it like that, because I didn't know how to say it without sounding like. Anyway, but like he looking at like, once again, he looking to the left and the right. He looking at his siblings and how his siblings got kids for days, and like one sibling is actually married and it just had another kid, a planned kid at that, a planned kid, and he looking at the other sibling, and the other sibling he just kind of got like baby mamas and stuff. So he looking at those two situations, it was like, yo, I see how they living, so I can't possibly be a parent and actually succeed in anything. But I'm like, yo, but how much do you think a kid costs? He's like, yo, kids are expensive, and I'm like, so was the figurines you just bought?
Yep. Like you could buy a whole outfit, some Pampers.
You know what I'm saying?
With the
Bro,
money you
first of all,
spent
I
on them
ain't buying no
figurines.
I ain't buying no statues until I get a mansion and I can have the little gargoyle statues on my gate at the opening of my house.
Mm-hmm.
Like I ain't buying no statues until then. Like, bro, I'm not about to be working a 9 to 5 and got one bedroom to call my own, call home, a 200 square foot bedroom to call home and sitting up here about to. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
About to go on another rant. You better start a whole nother podcast.
I'm good.
But
Yeah, I'm real good. Go ahead in that joint.
crazy enough though, they buy them statues, right? But they ain't got no place to put them, so they still in the box.
Bro, my man just did you do what?
They still in the box. He ain't got no place to put them. Why he gonna take it out of the box and build it if he ain't got no place to put it?
My man just told me he had to sell off a whole bunch of joints when he moved, and then once he moved, he went and spent his whole check on stuff.
For the house? For what he moving
Huh?
from?
Yeah. He moved in. He moved in the joint,
Uh,
and the same type of stuff that he sold off, he went and bought it back. He bought more of the same type of stuff.
Negative consistency, people. What we
Compound
got
effect.
coming out? What we got coming up, man? Lord.
I'm still in the process of trying to work through I ain't trying. It's more like successes keep happening on a very consistent level. Alyssa, she pointed out something last night that I thought was a little bit it was a little exciting when she said it. She said you seem like you're getting a lot faster at what you're doing. And I was like, really? I ain't even noticed. So like, I got the tablet and whatnot. And I just been drawing my ass off for real. So what I did was I instead of looking at the list of 200 characters like it was a massacre ready to happen, what I did was I took the what am I trying to say? I took the list of characters and I made a randomized list of kind of like when we used to do the VTO list at work. I did a randomized list, and I said each time I'm done with one, I'm gonna draw the next one, and I'm gonna just go out of order, and just play around with each of their bios and all that whatnot, and then I'm gonna draw the joints. So the first one that I did, I'm gonna show you and see how you feel about it. Cause I was like, see if I can get it to show up on the screen.
Okay.
Do you see that joint?
Hey. All right.
Oh man, got the vacuum arm on his joint on his wrist. That's the one of the villains by the name of Extractor. He sucks souls out of people with a vacuum arm that's on his joint. And he used the souls. He used the souls for energy. And he can temporarily use the people's abilities when he does that if he sucks the soul of a caster. So one of the most dangerous villains in the Aether universe. He is the villain of of Arnetta Ryushi, which is one of the agents of the Blackout Alliance. But regardless, I ain't gonna nerd out on that. That's a whole different podcast. Literally a completely different podcast. We have also been juggling the idea of when to start that up as well. But now that I have artwork and visuals to show people, it looks a little bit more bright in this future over here for the Eighth Universe. So right now, the book is still coming. I'm thinking that the release date might have to be pushed back due to the fact that it is. I want to do a real release, and there's really no rush to be pushing for me to be pushing out a book right now. Also want to start working on the comic book soon, and preparing for NaNoWriMo, man. That right there is a beast in of itself. But I started another book recently within the last few weeks, and I'm already on chapter 10 of that. That'll be the perma-free book that I'm writing for the Eighth Universe, just for the free reader magnet. So yeah, man, those are the things I got going on. My bad for the long rant.
Oh no, you good. Over here I've just been getting into a bunch of forums, a bunch of groups of stuff to kind of help out with like just learning Unreal and Blender. I have something that can definitely speed up the process for a couple of games, and especially the card one that we have coming up. It ain't coming out soon, but we in production with it. Other than that, just been trying to network, posting here and there with ideas, trying to seek guidance for like new things, because Unreal Engine 5 just came out like this year or middle
It came out the spring this year.
Bro,
I can't even imagine using that thing, bro.
It's pretty fun though. Like it's dope. It's dope.
Is it like it? All right, so I got this image of it. Is it like that video game creator that we had for the PS4? Is it anything like that? Because I imagine it being like that, but like an upscale version.
It actually is kind of the functionality, like the interface for it is kind of real simple looking. I feel like Dreams is a little bit more, flashy, it's a little colorful and whatnot. But with this, it's actually kind of more realistic, especially with Metascans. Metascans is like actual 3D scans of actual rocks, plants, people you can use all for free. In the jank, right? So it's real realistic. Like you can make a jank where it'll be a brush. You use it as a brush, but like your brush strokes are like a cluster of like different plants or a cluster of different rocks, stuff like that. So we working.
It was like the first image I seen the Unreal Engine was it was like this desert temple looking joint. It was like some kind of not interface, but some kind of structure that was built out of the side of like some kind of
canyon or something.
Cliff, some kind of canyon in the desert or something like that. And like that joint, it looks so real, man. I was just like, that is crazy that you can actually do that. Somebody did like a Legend of Zelda picture joint that like I'm looking at the like man.
Ooh. I can't wait to see the future of games. Cause with what they have now and the way it's going, you could have a seamless transition from movie and video game. Like you could have a video game look exactly like
the actual movie.
Yeah. Interesting.
You think that like at some point they'll be like, all right, so we can't do this. Like let's not. Like
we kind of got
we gotta
really
have some kind of
ambitious.
separation. Gotta have some kind of separation, man. We can't do it.
I mean, even with VR, I could put on a VR headset right now and take a tour of wherever.
If you think about it, why actually film a movie if you could just do it in Unreal Engine 6?
That's what they're doing. So you see how I got that? That's exactly what they're doing, right? So you see how I have a white background, right? So say if it was green or whatever type of I forgot what material that they're
Are you
using.
talking about like what Marvel be doing with the blue screen rooms and all that other stuff?
Kind of like that, but like in real time. So instead of, you're sitting in a green room and you have to, kind of act out.
You know what? No, hold up. Let's not nerd out about it on the
right.
podcast. Let's end the episode.
Yeah. All right. I'll cut that.
You good. It's all good, man.
But yeah, people, we've been working. So that has been it. This has been the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack, and always remember, those who shy away from addressing the elephant in the room are doomed to be crushed by the weight of it. We love y'all.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.